Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome into Williams Arena for tonight's matchup between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the number 20 ranked Michigan Wolverines. I'm Tim Serb, joined alongside by Ahmed Hassan.
Tim, it's good to be back here. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Ahmed?
You know, I'm doing good. It's good to be back here watching this team and watching a great game and a great matchup today.
Yeah, and we're coming in today with a tale of two seasons here. Michigan comes in undefeated in the Big Ten, 13-3 overall, while Minnesota has now dropped below 500 and has yet to win a Big Ten game. Ahmed, what are you seeing?
You know, I'm seeing a big David versus Goliath story right now. If you ask me, I think, you know, this Michigan side is just tough. They're tough. They have size. They have great guard play. I mean, when I look at Michigan, I see Vlad Golden and I see Danny Wolf, just two 7-footers who are just amazing basketball players and who are going to cause trouble for this Minnesota team that is undersized compared to them.
Yeah, Michigan comes in coming off a win versus Washington in the Big Ten just a couple of days ago, absolutely obliterating them. Previously before that, winning a really tough game against a ranked UCLA team. And they haven't really lost since they had back-to-back losses in mid-December to Arkansas and Oklahoma. And they've just been dominating this Big Ten play early.
And just to even point out, in that UCLA game, I mean, Michigan was down by a good amount, or UCLA came back, and their fans screaming in their faces, like supporting UCLA. Michigan kept their poise, and they went and won that game. I think you're not dealing with a normal side. You're dealing with a team that has stars, that has guys who can win you basketball games and are unfazed.
Yeah, and the important thing to note for Michigan, they are the number 1 team in the country in field goal percentage overall. Number 2 in two-point field goal percentage, over 60%.
Yeah.
Notable players for the Wolverines today, Vlad Golden, the big 7'1", versatile player, can shoot the deep ball, averaging 15.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, and an assist a game from Russia. What have you seen from him so far?
Man, this guy's the Russian monster. He's the Russian monster. I mean, like, I'm watching this guy down here, and I'm seeing everything he's doing, even in training and warming up. What he can do is just so important for Michigan's game. I mean, even his percentages, I mean, he's averaging 15.4 points per game. He's getting 5.9 rebounds per game and 1.3 assists per game.
Yeah, and the Wolverines don't just have Golden. They have another 7-foot star right there. Danny Wolf, putting up another 12.4 points, 10 rebounds. He's averaging a double-double for the Wolverines.
You know, when I look at Michigan and I look at all the stars they have, this guy, he's my favorite player. Danny Wolf is the guy that I think makes it all click. He has these Jokic-like tendencies. I mean, he's moving at 7 foot with handles that we've only seen from a guard. I mean, this guy, the way that these two players stretch the floor is so important because, you know, they can say, okay, cool, you don't want me to drive in? I'm going to hit a 3-point shot on you. And so this is something that this Minnesota team needs to jump up to the challenge. They need to play their game. They need to take the game to these guys because these guys, Michigan is the fastest team. Fastest team.
Speaking of those Gophers, the Gophers come in after losing some tough Big Ten games, losing on Monday to the Maryland Terrapins 71-77, keeping it close, but could not get the job done. Maryland's two big men, Derek Queen, the freshman, and Rodney Rice had 27 and 21. That just overpowered the Gophers and did not allow them to do anything. Yeah. Gophers also lost by 21 to the Wisconsin Badgers just about a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's so, with the Gophers, what I see is just inconsistency. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, when you look at that Madison game, they took about a 15-3 lead right away in the first half, and they gave it up. It's too streaky. If they want to win this game, Minnesota needs to genuinely play with consistency, is how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, and in that game, as well as the Maryland game, the Gophers were up at halftime but could not get it done in the second half. Another notable matchup that the Gophers have had recently on the 6th was the double overtime thriller that they lost by 1 point against Ohio State, where the difference really in regulation was those missed free throws, missed opportunities that just could not go in and forced overtime, and the Gophers could not hold on. Interesting to note in that game, Dawson Garcia was only on the floor for 29 minutes being in foul trouble, and yet the Gophers still found a way to almost win.
And I mean, it's crazy that we're talking about a player like Dawson Garcia, that Minnesota was doing so well with him off the floor, because this man he's been consistent this year. He's shooting just under 50% true shooting and almost over 35% from beyond the arc. This is his highest clip as a Gopher. You know, this is crazy. Like, this is a guy, when you look at him, this is a guy that should be leading his team to wins. This caliber of a player. I mean, against Maryland too. I mean, he dropped 21 points and 7 rebounds. Like, this, Dawson Garcia is going to be huge today, I think. But I think most importantly, it's how are they going to deal with the size?
Yeah, and Garcia, as I was mentioning before we started the show, is just he's getting bullied inside by these big men. I mean, I mentioned Derek Queen from Maryland had 27 points on him. However, he has been averaging those offensive numbers as of recently in these Big Ten games, still averaging 18.6 points and 7.3 rebounds. And what I think might be the key to the game today is one of Minnesota's bench players who has been utterly surprising in the month of January, Isaac Osama, who had 18 points against Maryland, just coming in and getting some clutch buckets exactly when the Gophers needed them.
I mean, yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely going to be on Osama. I think Osama is a player that can change the course of a game. I think he can change the course of a game. I think he's a really good player. For me personally, I'm looking at Mike Mitchell Jr. tonight. I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at what he can do. I'm looking at Femi Udukale, and I'm looking at Lakai Patterson. I'm looking at what these 3 guards can do tonight. Are you guys going to shoot the lights out of the ball and take the game to them, or are you guys going to be blank from 3?
Yeah, and I think Minnesota's pace, like I had mentioned before the game started, we mentioned it for Michigan. The Gophers started the season playing some of the slowest pace in the entirety of college basketball, but have since picked it up to become more of like a mid-pace team since they've been trying to come back against these Big Ten teams. And I'm just interested to see what happens tonight, especially against the fastest team, the most efficient team in college basketball, these Michigan Wolverines.
You know, I think when you slow down the game, it's not always a bad thing, but there needs to be moments in which you speed up the play. You switch it up. Like, you don't run the same sets. You get into spots where you get your guys to their spots and you take a shot. And I feel like that's something I see with this Minnesota side, this Gopher side, that they run out the clock too long, and that's just not sustainable.
Yeah, and against Maryland, a lot of the possessions I was seeing, especially in like beginning of the second half of that game, is you just see the Gophers looking frantic. They're the ones on offense. They're the ones who could be controlling this pace, controlling everything, and they just have all their guys around the outside, around the perimeter, and the defense can just stack a bunch of guys right in the paint, and there's no way you can get in and score.
Yeah, and I think that's why the 3 is going to be important for the Gopher side. I think the 3 is going to be really crucial in opening up the play, because you have 2 7-footers on this team. You're not going to be able to just drive and find open lanes. You need to, if I'm Minnesota, I want to hit my shots. I want to get my guys into the game and open up lanes for other guys to get into the game.
And with that, we're going to go into the starting lineups for tonight. For Michigan, Danny Wolf, Trey Donaldson, Namari Burnett, Roddy Gale Jr., and Vlad Golden starting it out. What do you think of that lineup?
I mean, wow. Well, that's a tough lineup. That's a tough lineup. I mean, Trey Donaldson, that's straight up. I mean, all these guys averaging over 10 points this season. I mean, this is unbelievable.
For the Gophers, Mike Mitchell Jr., Dawson Garcia, Femi Odakali, Parker Fox, and Lakai Patterson rounding out the lineup. As we're going to take a quick break before the tip-off for the national anthem. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back here on Radio K Sports to Williams Arena as we are just about to get underway here for tonight's matchup between the Golden Gophers and the Wolverines. Ahmed, what are the keys of the game today?
Keys of the game. Oh my God. For Michigan, it's simple. Play your game. You need to bring in the right mentality and not overlook a team like Minnesota that led Purdue and Maryland on the road in the second half and who pushed Ohio State to double overtime before losing by 1. Do not overlook this Gopher side if you're Michigan today. And Dusty May before the game said this team's need defense and rebounding for when they're traveling on the road. So I expect to see a lot of rebounding tonight and play through Golden and Wolf, who are absolute game changers for this Wolverines side. And then for the Gophers, simple. Get in a good game flow. They need to get in the Gopher offense looks confused, disoriented, and overall quite stagnant, especially against Maryland. With all 5 guys frequently being beyond the 3-point line during possessions and not getting much done in the first half, like with the shot clock. And which allows, like you said, Tim, teams to crowd the rim and force them to shoot shots. Hit your shots, start fast, play fast. Bring the game to Michigan.
Yeah, and like I had said earlier, I think that one of the most important things for Minnesota today is going to be that pace. If they can limit the runs that Michigan is able to go on, I mean, once Minnesota goes down, as we saw the last time we broadcasted against Michigan State, it's almost impossible for them to come all the way back. Minnesota's just not that team that goes on big extended runs. And like I had mentioned earlier, I think that Dawson Garcia and Isaac Osama are going to be the most key players here tonight. Osama off the bench. He's had multiple double-digit games off the bench recently, but also had a game where he had 0 points. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Definitely. And I think also I'm going to be looking at Dawson Garcia and Parker Fox and what they're going to do against this Goliaths of Vlad Golden and Wolf. If these are 2 players that are going to put the challenge onto them. And that's what I'm looking to see. How can they approach that test?
Yeah, I think it will also be interesting to see. Minnesota's defense this year really has been defined on being able to stop things inside the 3-point line. And Michigan being the second best team at making shots from inside the 3-point line. Something's going to have to give here.
Something is going to have to give, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen. I mean, it's just, you're really watching to see I'm just wondering what Ben Johnson has cooked up for this game. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of Frank Mitchell minutes this year, or this game especially. I think he's a guy that's going to provide them some size, and you're going to see this Minnesota team tested.
Yeah, here in Williams Arena, we are looking very scarce in that student section right now. Winter break is still going on, so the students are not back yet. The rest of the crowd is filling in quite nicely. Michigan wearing their maize and gold uniforms. Minnesota wearing all whites. Looking very clean out there.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I love Michigan's colorway. I love the maroon jerseys on the Gophers. Do you have a preference on this?
Honestly, I kind of like the white. I really don't like the yellow ones. I'm glad they're wearing the whites today.
I like the maroon ones the most.
All right, we are getting ready for tip-off. Garcia versus Golden to start it off. The ref tosses it up. Garcia wins the tip-off. Lakai Patterson is going to bring it up the floor.
And I'm
Parker Fox at the top of the key. Swings over to Mike Mitchell, takes a 3. Off the rim, Michigan gets the rebound.
That was a deep shot. And I mean, it's nice to see them playing faster right now. I mean,
Golden drives down the lane, blocked by Otakali, but they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Parker Fox here. Golden working on Parker Fox, just gets the spin move, comes down the lane like a truck, tries to slam it home, but can't quite get it to go. He's going to go to the free throw line to start this game.
I mean, yeah, I'm just watching this guy. this guy is huge.
And that's what we were saying in warm-ups, is just, even with the equipment manager, who was quite big, he's just a presence even when he's not playing the game as the first free throw goes in.
100%. And I mean, Golden is coming off of a 36-point game. I mean, this guy, quick 2 points for him off of free throws. But I mean, I think this is kind of a test of what's going to come for this Minnesota side.
Yeah, he knocks the second one in. Gophers inbound it. Lakai Patterson's going to bring it up to the court in the top corner. Parker Fox at the top of the key. He's going to dribble over, hand it to Garcia. Over to Mike Mitchell. Odakali, Gophers working on that outside beyond the three-point arc. Patterson putting the moves on, goes for a two,
Great shot.
knocks it home from the top of the key. We are tied 2-2.
Good shot from Patterson. I mean, just to find your spot, I thought he was going to hit Fox on the pick and roll there, but great decision making, confident in taking that shot.
Danny Wolf here tries to go inside, knocked away by Dawson Garcia as the Gophers go up the floor with a little bit of pace here. Patterson over to Garcia. He's going to slow things down a bit, take a three. Off the front of the rim. Michigan gets the ball back. They bring it up. Can't get handled by Trey Donaldson. And the Michigan Wolverines with two early uncharacteristic turnovers here.
Yeah, I mean, that crazy turnover. I mean, you don't expect that, but good defense from the Gophers on that play. I mean, Vlad Golden up in the post. To take the ball away from him there in that spot is crucial.
Dawson Garcia down the lane. Gets the floater to go over Golden.
Just attacking the rim, and again.
And the Gophers get another turnover. Mike Mitchell is going to bring it up the court, drive down the lane, give it to Odakali. Free lane. Can't get the layup to go, but they're going to call a foul. Looks like on Danny Wolf, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
If you're the Gophers, that's exactly what you want. I mean, Tim, you're seeing it from both sides. You're seeing the effort. Dawson Garcia drives in, gets a layup, comes right down the floor and blocks the shot. What? That is the effort and hustle you need if you want to beat a team like Michigan.
Yeah, Danny Wolf gets blocked on one end, gets called for a foul on the other as the first free throw goes. The Gophers are now up 5-2 here early.
Odakala, I thought he was gonna dunk that. I mean, he's so close to the round. I thought he was gonna dunk that. But again, that rim protection is gonna be very crucial for this Michigan side.
Odakali misses the second. Trey Donaldson's gonna bring the ball up the court for the Wolverines as they try to reset this offense after 3 straight turnovers. Goes up off the glass, gets it to go. 5-4.
And yeah, when Donaldson and Vlad Golden get into that pick and roll, what it does is you can't shy off of Golden, so it gives Donaldson this open lane to just be able to do whatever he wants.
Mike Mitchell playing off the screen, can't get the long 2 point to go. Donaldson brings it up the court, puts some moves on Odakali, gets inside, lobs it up to Golden, but he can't get it to roll. Garcia running up the court for the Gophers.
And there it is again.
Knocked out of bounds by Donaldson, and it's going to stay Gopher ball.
And there it is again. That Donaldson-Golden pick and roll is just so crucial. I mean, unlucky not to get the bucket there, but it just opens up the floor so much for this Michigan side.
Odakali inbounds to Fox, hands off to Patterson. Gophers are going to reset with 17 on the shot clock. Over to Mike Mitchell, step back three, blocked by Roddy Gale Jr. Oh, blocked by Parker Fox. Golden gets the rebound, though. Drives in, can't get the layup to go. Will Setter now in for the Wolverines. Tried to kick the ball, and it goes to the Gophers as they get a new possession.
What did you just see that? Did Cheddar just try to kick? I mean, what in the world? Tim, this is this Gopher side, I mean, wow. I am impressed by this defense. I mean, it's as if Parker Fox really said, not in my house. He said, not in my house. And he showed him. The Gophers are sending a message like, you're not going to get easy buckets here today.
That was Namari Burnett who got blocked by Parker Fox. Isaac Osama is now in. Mike Mitchell will take a quick break. They're going to call a foul as Osama tries to drive in on Will Cheddar, who is kind of having a bit of a homecoming from Stewartville, Minnesota.
Stewartville, man. I have not heard that name in so long. Stewartville, small town. And you have family that grew up near there, didn't you? Didn't you, Tim?
Yeah, my mom from Rochester did not like Stewartville at all. Isaac Osama has the ball, hands it off to Patterson. Odekali now on the top of the key. Osama gets it in on the left side, takes a 2. Doesn't go, rebounded by Roddy Gale. Michigan's gonna come up floor. Cheddar in the corner, gets the 3 to go. And Michigan, with that high-paced offense, gets a quick 3.
And that's that fast-paced offense we were talking about beforehand. I mean, Michigan's going to take this game at you. They're going to play their offense, so they're going to play fast.
Dawson Garcia trying to get in the post, gets double-teamed out to Patterson. Trying to put the moves on Golden, gets a 2. Won't go. Rebounded by Donaldson for Michigan. Swings it up the floor to Gale.
Ooh.
They're going to call a foul inside on Lakai Patterson, and that's going to take us to our first timeout of the game with 15:50 left. Michigan 7, Minnesota 5. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Williams Arena as the Wolverines lead the Gophers 7-5 early here. Ahmed, what are you seeing so far?
You know, I'm seeing exactly what I wanted Minnesota to do, and I'm seeing exactly what I wanted Michigan to do. Minnesota, they're taking faster shots, except at the end there, they slowed it down, got to the 10-minute mark on the shot clock. But you're seeing this Minnesota side take the game now to Michigan. They're being aggressive in the paint, and they're taking good shots. And Michigan, they're doing what they're doing best, playing through Vlad, Golden, and everybody.
Will Cheddar from the top of the key off the inbound knocks home the 3. He's already got 2 early threes with 6 points for Michigan as they now go up by 5. Patterson on the other end. Swings it to the corner for Mike Mitchell. He'll take a 3. Doesn't get it to go. Michigan will get the rebound. It's Reuben Jones in for the Wolverines. Top of the key, Roddy Gale Jr. Up to Danny Wolf, over across for a 3. Does not get it to go. Patterson will take it up the court for the Gophers.
Yeah, and you're just seeing that quick offense again. I mean, I'm looking at the shot clock every time Michigan have it, and it's hasn't gone under 15 seconds.
Minnesota big man Trey Edmonds now in. Dawson Garcia, top of the key, he'll take a three. Doesn't get it to go. Mike Mitchell with the rebound. Isaac Osama driving in, gets the layup to go. Off of Will Cheddar. Cheddar down the floor. Rejected by Trey Edmonds. Wow, what a block. Michigan will reset their offense. In the corner for Cheddar again. He won't take the three. I thought he was for sure going to pull up there.
I thought he was feeling it. I mean, back-to-back threes, why not?
Donaldson swings it over to Gale. He'll drive in on Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell with the block. It's a block party here in Minneapolis early.
I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This Minnesota defense has just come to play. Mike Mitchell just getting all up in his face. And I mean, wow. Just great defense, great intensity from the Gophers.
Michigan has 0.7 to get the ball in. That's Reuben Jones can't get the quick tip to go in, and Minnesota gets the ball back. Down 3. Patterson to Edmonds. Garcia at the top. Minnesotan running all 5 people around the outside as Garcia gets inside, swings it outside to Osama. Little floater off the glass. Isaac Osama with 4 quick points early.
Osama, and that was awesome from Osama. What a move to just create separation in space.
Danny Wolf going to work on Garcia. Doesn't get the layup to go. Cheddar doesn't get it to go either. It looks like they're going to call a foul. I think it's going to go against Michigan. It's going to be Minnesota ball.
Yeah, and
Oda Kali is going to come back in for the Gophers. Patterson out for a quick rest. Michigan, number 24, Sam Walters in now.
And Tim, I'm impressed. I mean, Dawson Garcia, not a little guy by any means, but to box out Vlad Golden and get the rebound is exactly what you need from your guy.
Mike Mitchell now at the top of the key, driving in, passes it to Osama on the left wing. Way too long on the 3. Danny Wolf with the rebound. Swings it quickly up to Jones, to Walters in the corner. Danny Wolf going to work on Dawson Garcia in the middle. Into Donaldson, gets the quick layup to go. Michigan back up by 5, 14-9 now.
Danny Wolf, I mean, he starts this whole play right from the Big Ten logo, pushes a pass up the court, gets in the post, and then does a Jokic-esque pass to Trey Donaldson. I mean, this guy is dictating so much play for Michigan and getting them into great looks and great plays.
Oda Kali trying to drive inside. Osama now on the left side. In the middle to Edmonds. Going to go to work on Cheddar. Gets the lay to go off the glass.
And Edwards tells him you can have that. What a move from the big man Edwards. Edmonds.
Danny Wolf now on the left side for Michigan. Going to put the moves on Edmonds. Off glass. Going to call a foul on Edmonds there, and Wolf will go to the line. Trey Edmonds getting in some crucial minutes here early, as he will now take a quick rest, and Frank Mitchell will come in.
And I mean, Tim, that's what you want to see from your big man, telling him, you know what, hey, I know you guys are dogs, but I'm a dog too. I'm going to bring it right to you, and that's exactly what he did.
Looks like they're not going to call this a shooting foul, and Michigan will inbound. We're going to go way up top for Danny Wolf, way on the outside, working on Garcia, driving inside. Loses the ball, and Minnesota gets another turnover. Mike Mitchell taking it away. The drive in here, Garcia. Osama here on the left. Takes a 3, doesn't get it to go. Michigan will take it back. Danny Wolf with the rebound. Coming in on Garcia again. Garcia has his number here early. Up on top to Jones. Quick screen from Golden. He'll come inside, swing it all the way out to the top for Danny Wolf, who comes in, tries to get the lob, and Minnesota gets it down the other way. Dawson Garcia with the flush.
And that is a statement. That is a statement from this Gopher side. What a statement from Garcia. He tells Danny Wolf, you know what, you can have this. I'm going to lock you up, and I'm going to take the challenge. great from the Gophers to get this crowd into the game now, too.
Wolf on the left wing, going to come over to the middle, swinging out to Burnett. Driving inside on Osama. Golden on Garcia, down low. Big man on big man. Puts his back to his body. Garcia gets the strip. What a defensive play. Otakali down the lane. Gets it to go, and Minnesota takes a 1-point lead here with 10:55, and the crowd is really getting into it now.
And this is what it's all about. When what I have not seen from this Gopher side, transition buckets. Good defense leads to good offense, leads to good points.
Golden on the top of the key, gets the 3 to go. Michigan finally scores after just over 2 minutes of a scoring drought, and they retake the lead by 2.
And, you know, that's what you expect from your best players, to hit big shots. And great, important shot from Vlad Golden, especially early here when Minnesota has the momentum.
Dawson Garcia from the left wing for a 3, doesn't get it to go. Golden with the rebound. Garcia gets in front of the pass, and the Gophers get yet another turnover here in the first 10 minutes. Isaac Osama takes the pace and slows it down. Over on the left wing, he's going to dribble over off to the right, and they're going to call a foul.
Blocking foul.
Blocking foul on number 4, Namari Burnett for Michigan, and that will take us to a media timeout. Minnesota shocking early, only down by 2, 15-17. This is Radio K Sports. Welcome back into Williams Arena as the Gophers trail the Wolverines 15-17 with 9:59 left in the first half. Ahmed, what has been the most surprising to you so far?
I mean, 3 steals from Dawson Garcia. I mean, Tim, we talked about Dawson Garcia's defense against these 2 big men. And what he said, he's like, come at me. I'll accept the challenge, and I'm going to put the work on you. And that's been leading to good transition points for this Gopher side. Good defense leads great transition offense, and good offense leads to points on the board. So I expect so much from Dawson Garcia guarding up against these guys.
Speaking of Garcia, he is taking a quick rest here. Caden Betts, number 4, is in. Deep 3 from Isaac Osama at the end of the shot clock does not go. Almost a waste of a possession there from the Gophers, but
yeah, I mean, used up all the clock time there again. I mean, that's just not the offense you want right there. You don't want to use up the whole clock time because you rush and force shots.
Reuben Jones from 3 on the left wing goes. Michigan retakes a 5-point lead here.
And Jones practically open out there.
Michigan taking full advantage of Dawson Garcia being on the bench here early. Mike Mitchell on the top takes the handoff from Frank Mitchell. Step back 2. Goes. That's a beautiful bucket from Mike Mitchell. Trey Donaldson will bring the ball up for Michigan. Golden at the top of the key looking to hand it off. And it'll be to Donaldson. Drives in with the floater. Tipped up by Frank Mitchell, but it will go.
And there it is again, that pick and roll from Trey Donaldson and Vlad Golden, just penetrating this Minnesota offense so easily.
Odekali drives in, tries to get a shot, can't get one to go. Passes it inside to Mike Mitchell, short 2. Beautiful bucket by Mike Mitchell.
Why not? Why not? Cute bucket from Mike Mitchell there.
Outside, Sam Walters, Caden Betts guarding him. Foul is called. It'll stay Michigan ball. Coming in now for Michigan, number 10, Justin Pippen, son of Scottie Pippen, the freshman coming in, as well as Will Cheddar.
And then and I see Patterson and Garcia back in the game too.
Yeah, Caden Betts coming in just for a quick minute there, and Odekali will take a quick break. Donaldson inbound for Michigan, gets it in to Gale, inside. Good defense there by Isaac Osama to contest the layup. It doesn't go. Minnesota gets the ball back, down by 3 here.
And Osama's just been everywhere on this court. I mean, what a player, especially for a freshman.
Patterson to the top for Garcia, over to Mitchell on the right side. Resets for the Gophers with 9 on the shot clock. Patterson on the left, tries to create on Roddy Gale. Turnaround jumper off the rim. Michigan brings it up the court. Golden with that rebound. Up top for Donaldson. Drives inside, knocked away by Patterson. Can't get it back though. Michigan gets it back. Patterson again, and that is the 7th turnover for Michigan.
You know, from Patterson, as a response to taking a bad shot, he comes down and strips the ball twice.
Mike Mitchell, handoff to Frank Mitchell. Wide open in the left for Patterson, can't get it to fall. Frank Mitchell with the tough rebound and gets it to go. We have a 1-point game here with just over 7 to go in the first half. 22-21 Michigan. Donaldson at the top working on Osama now. Michigan tries to create here. Donaldson inside for Golden, gets the slam. And that's that 2-man game you were talking about there. Murray and Jokic-esque.
Mean slam from a big man. Oh my God. But this Minnesota defense, I mean, they're making Michigan work for every single point right now.
We were talking about that pace, and it looks like Michigan's going with that slower pace to try and match Minnesota, which is not what I was expecting. Now having a 3-point game, I wouldn't say it's worked out for them. Garcia on Roddy Gale, gets the move, can't get the layup to fall. Frank Mitchell with another offensive rebound. They call a travel on Osama on the top as he tried to swerve around Will Cheddar.
Tim,
and we're going to have another timeout here.
When you're top of the key with an open 3, you take that shot.
Yeah, Isaac Osama just hesitating there for a second. Gophers down by 3. It's going to be Michigan ball when we return. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Minneapolis as we are in one heck of a first half here between the Gophers and the Wolverines. Wolverines up by 3 with 6:20 left in this first half. And they will have the ball. Interestingly enough here from the Wolverines, Danny Wolf, who we thought was going to be quite an impactful playmaker, is not on the floor right now and does not have a single bucket yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Dang, Will Cheddar from the left side already with 11 points.
And that's a tray for Cheddar. I mean, Cheddar, wow. Wow. This guy is shooting lights out, and it's crazy because this is not a small guy. This is a 6'8" player, and it's crazy, shooting lights out.
Back in his home state, making creating a show here. Mike Mitchell on the right wing gets the 3 to go. Mike Mitchell is starting to heat up here.
And Mike Mitchell says, "Here you go, son. You can hit them. I'll hit them right back."
Will Cheddar, top of the key, into Golden. And one off the glass. Isaac Osama with the foul as Golden gets it to go. He's starting to make a very big impact here for the Wolverines, the man from Russia, with 9 points now and a chance for 10 here on the and one.
I mean, what he can do right now, it's so crazy to see a guy of his size, but also to see that dominance coming with it.
He gets the free throw to go. Michigan now takes a 6-point lead here, 30-24. Odakali will bring it up the court for the Gophers here. Parker Fox back on the floor here to set up the Gopher offense. Patterson on the left wing. Odakali top of the key, trying to put the moves on Reuben Jones. Inside to Garcia, on Golden, big on big. Takes the 2, gets it to go. That was on Cheddar, my apologies.
Garcia, what a shot. And he's having himself a game right now. 6 points.
Donaldson on the left wing, swings it across to Cheddar. That's definitely the man they want to find right now. Donaldson swings around in the corner for Jones. On Garcia. Garcia pushing him out of bounds.
Ooh.
He gets the throw off, and it'll stay Michigan ball. Garcia was bullying Reuben Jones down there in that corner. Jones, the much smaller guy, but he makes the smart basketball play here.
Smart basketball play and great defense by Dawson Garcia. I mean, he's taking every challenge. He's used his size against him. He's like, where are you going? Where are you going? Putting it right all over him.
Donaldson with a wild inbound. Pippen in the corner does not get the 3 to go. Seemed like they kind of wasted that possession there for the Wolverines, and Minnesota looking to capitalize here with 4:30 left in the first half. Dawson Garcia up toward the top. He's going to take a 3 over Golden. Gets it to go.
Oh!
What a play by Dawson Garcia, shooting over the 7'1" big man.
Mama, there goes that man, Dawson Garcia. What
Will
a
Cheddar
shot.
on the right wing finally misses from 3. They're going to call a foul on Lakai Patterson, trying to get that rebound over Golden, and you're just not going to get that rebound.
And even when Cheddar misses, I mean, 3 for 3, now 3 for 4, it's a foul. I mean, this guy is just terrorizing this Minnesota defense.
Yeah, and that's that presence there from Golden on the inside, getting the foul. Michigan not yet in the bonus, so they have to inbound it again. Golden working on Parker Fox. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Good defense by Parker Fox. Odakali up the court. Minnesota with some speed. The lob up to Parker Fox. Oh, no, can't get it to go. Pippen's going to take it back up the court for Michigan.
You need to finish those. If you're Parker Fox, you need to finish that shot.
Donaldson now driving it in. Gets the floater to go. Man, that's just a brutal way. Could have taken the lead there for the Gophers, but just a little, I guess Parker Fox just wasn't expecting the lob there.
No, I mean, he was expecting it. He couldn't finish it. And I mean, that's a shot that you have to finish, especially at this point where you can take a lead.
That's the impact Golden's has. Kind of scared to go up on the 7'1" guy. Osama now with the ball for the Gophers. Swings it out to Garcia with 3 left on the shot clock. He's going to take a step back over Cheddar. Oh, in and out. Golden with the rebound. Donaldson going to take it up the court now. Goes over to the left wing. Now back to the top of the key. Swings to the corner for Jones. Off the rim, and it's going to stay Michigan ball. Dawson Garcia couldn't handle the rebound. And it's still a three-point game here. 29-32. Michigan up with 2:54 left. You're listening to Radio K Sports. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Williams Arena as we've got a nail-biter of a first half here. Unexpected on our part here. Gophers only down by 3. Michigan on the inbound, tipped up to Will Cheddar on the top of the key, who's absolutely lighting up the Gophers this game. Donaldson, Cheddar on the top. Working on Parker Fox, swings it up back to Donaldson. Top to Danny Wolf, who's back in. Donaldson has the shot clock is expiring, gets the shot clock cheese to go.
Trey Donaldson. I mean, this guy has been absolutely causing havoc for Michigan and really giving the work to this Gopher team. I mean, he's a problem. The way he moves with the ball is so quick, and his shot is so fast, his release.
Donaldson up to 11 points as Garcia tries to get in on Cheddar. Can't, swings it back to Mitchell. He's going to take a step back three. Won't go. Garcia tries to tip it out. Rebounded by Jones, who's going to bring it up the court on Mike Mitchell. Top of the key to Roddy Gale for three. Won't go. Wolf in the corner. His three will go, and Michigan quick. Back up by 9 here with 2 quick threes.
Yeah, and you just, if you're the Gophers, you can't give space to a player like Danny Wolf. I mean, a player who's been lights out for this team.
Isaac Osama off the drive by Parker Fox. Offensive rebound after the miss. Oh my goodness. Parker Fox tried to do a reverse layup and it went off the top of the backboard. Did not go.
Tim, we call that a circus shot in my day.
Yeah.
We call that a circus shot.
It looked like he was trying to get a foul of some sort, and Michigan on the other end gets an off-ball foul called on the Gophers. And, that's just not the shot you want Parker Fox to take. I understand that the shot clock's starting to wind down, but now we're here on the other end, and Michigan's in the bonus, so Roddy Gale Jr. will be at the line here.
And that was Odekali's second foul. I mean, you want to get the least amount of fouls, especially winding down in this half.
First one's good on the 1-and-1. Michigan now with a double-digit lead here over the Gophers, just like that. Timeout just over 1 minute and 10 seconds of game time ago. The lead is up to 10 from now up to 11 from 3 as the second free throw is good. Looks like Ben Johnson's going to take a timeout, try to calm the Gophers down. We'll be back. Welcome back to Williams Arena after that quick 30-second timeout. The Gophers trying to maintain and just do some damage control here before the end of the first half. Now down by 11. Isaac Osama taking it in on the right side of the court. Swings it over to Mike Mitchell on the left wing.
It's a 10-0 run for Michigan over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Minnesota needs to find buckets, and they need to get them fast.
Dawson Garcia draws the foul there on Roddy Gale Jr. That does not put the Gophers in the bonus, so they will inbound. 5 fouls in the half by Michigan. Odekali to inbound. Another foul is going to be called on Reuben Jones as they try to get the ball to Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Michigan really, out of the break, they took it to the Gophers, and they got good and crucial buckets, and then you got Danny Wolf into this game. But Minnesota, quick buckets is what they need.
And the quick bucket is what they get right off the inbound. Mike Mitchell with the mid-range shot goes. As the Gophers finally end that drought after Parker Fox had missed that lob. 47 seconds left in the half here. As Danny Wolf is on the top of the key. Donaldson now. Inside for Roddy Gale. Good defense by Parker Fox. Will Cheddar gets the rebound, tries to throw it up. It's a mess down there. Where's the ball going? Donaldson gets it for Michigan. Won't go. Minnesota finally takes possession back.
What is going on down there? And Odekali, what is he doing? he lets the ball fly past him for a second. I don't even know what I just watched. You know, I knew this was going to be a game when I saw Cheddar kick his foot at the ball, you know.
6 seconds to go in the half. Odekali with the ball here. Mike Mitchell inside, way off on the layup. Michigan's going to throw up a half-court heave off the side of the backboard. And Minnesota only gets 1 bucket, closes the lead to 9 going into the half. Michigan 40, Minnesota 31. We'll be back in a bit for the halftime show. You're listening to Rated K Sports. Welcome back into Williams Arena for our halftime analysis of this game. The Gophers down by 9 here, 31-40. Ahmed, what are you seeing out of this game here so far? Has it exceeded your expectations? Just met them?
Yeah, it's definitely exceeded my expectations, and I think the Gophers came to play. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of intensity on defense, and I'm seeing Dawson Garcia really rise to the challenge along with Parker Fox of locking up these two Goliaths in Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. And I mean, it showed by Danny Wolf only being held to 3 points, but nonetheless, he's only shot 3 times. And then I also see that Minnesota's only shot in 2 for 14 on 3-pointers. I think that's a really heavy stat right there, and I think that speaks loudly considering that Michigan is still playing their game. They had a great 10-0 run, which I think really gave them a foothold in this game to end that half.
Yeah, interestingly enough here, Michigan, the #1 team in the country in field goal percentage as a team, is shooting 14 of 33, which is very normal for any other team, but this is Michigan. They are still up by 9, however, because of their 3-point shooting. They are 7 for 13 beyond the arc, which is 53.8%, which is almost 20% higher than their normal season clip, which has really been keeping them in the game. Just those quick threes. Cheddar absolutely just on fire. I don't know what he had for breakfast this morning, but I should have some because he is 3 for 4 from beyond the arc with 11 points here for the Wolverines.
See, I think Cheddar's having a phenomenal game, but I think Trey Donaldson has just unlocked this team. 5 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3-point range, and I mean 11 points, and it's a quiet points. It's what he does off and on the ball, which is so key to this team. Whether it's a pick and roll with Golden, whether it's a pick and roll with Wolf, or whether it's just driving and penetrating the floor. I mean, this is a player that is averaging 12 points a game, and he's already hit that average with 11 points. And he's averaging 12 points a game, and he's almost there. But he's just such a crucial player. I mean, watching him, Minnesota doesn't really have an answer for him.
Yeah, and the other big man that we had mentioned at the beginning of the game, Vlad Golden, just doing his thing. He has it seems like he doesn't really have any points at all, but he just has 10 points. He gets his buckets, and just Donaldson and Golden, just the two of them working side by side, doing those pick and rolls, just running that two-man game. When they've been doing it, it's been quite unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a key part for Michigan is going to be to get Vlad Golden more into this game along with Danny Wolf. And I mean, credit to Minnesota's defense. I mean, Dawson Garcia has just impressed me a lot with how he stepped up to the challenge.
Yeah, and that Minnesota defense that you just mentioned there, we had been talking about how Minnesota's normally a 2-point, inside the arc defense, and they've been just absolutely doing amazing there. Michigan getting most of their points from beyond the arc, but inside the arc, they really haven't been able to get much done. They only have 7 shots made from inside, 7 for 20 from 2-point, which is much lower than their 63% average.
And one thing Michigan is doing well, I mean, Minnesota's forced 7 turnovers, but they've only scored 3 points off those turnovers, while Michigan has forced 2 turnovers out of Minnesota, and they've scored 7 points off of it. So I think points off turnovers are going to be a really important thing heading into the second half for Minnesota. It's, yes, you can force these turnovers, but you need to now capitalize on them.
Yeah, and as you mentioned there, 7 turnovers, 3 of them came back to back to back, and the Gophers were unable to score any points off of those 3. Would have been a great opportunity for a little run there from the Gophers, but they could not get it done. We'll see what the second half holds, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes for the second half. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Williams Arena here for the second half. The Gophers down by 9, 31-40 against the number 20 ranked Michigan's Wolverines here. Vlad Golden gets the ball here at the start of the second half. Up top to Burnett. Golden again on the top of the key. Hands off to Wolf. Drives inside. Gets the lay to go. Working on Dawson Garcia there on the inside. Gets past him and just has an easy layup for the 7-footer.
And there's that open lane right there. I mean, all the Michigan players just moving and cutting so much that it creates this lane for an easy bucket for Wolf to get him into this game, a player that Michigan's going to look for.
Garcia tried to drive inside, kicks it out. Mike Mitchell from beyond the arc on the right wing gets the 3 to go. The lead is cut to 8 as Michigan takes the ball up the court. Donaldson on the left side here.
Great shot from Mitchell. I mean, just great stepping into the 3. I mean, that's a beautiful shot.
Dawson Garcia gets his 4th steal of the game there, rips it away from Gale. Mike Mitchell hesitates on the floater there with Wolf behind him and can't get the shot to go. And that's what will happen when 2 7-foot defenders are on your right in front of you and right behind you. Gale in the corner doesn't get it to fall. Garcia with the rebound. Gophers are able to stop the Michigan offense here early. See if they can cut this lead down even more here. Garcia on the left side. He's going to dribble on Golden. Tries to get inside.
Ooh.
Can't get the lay to go, but Oda Kali with the putback slam.
Oda Kali, that is a man.
He just dunked on top of Vlad Golden. Oh my goodness.
He said, can you hold this? Oh my God.
That is gonna be on the highlight reel later.
Oda Kali, I mean, he showed him this is a man's game right here. What a slam from that man.
The lead is down to 6 here early in the second half. The Gophers showing that they are not done. Donaldson on the top of the key. Wolf now working on Garcia. They're going to call an off-ball foul. Looks like on Parker Fox, trying desperately to not let Vlad Golden get inside.
Yeah, and I mean, it's that 2 big man play again. I mean, you got Golden and Wolf just shutting each other up, just playing through a pick and roll because they can shoot so well.
Golden's going to hand it off to the top. Burnett buries the 3. The lead is up to 9 again. And Burnett, not a name we've been calling much at all today. Buries his first shot on his 2nd attempt. Patterson now getting inside. Out to Fox, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell now getting double teamed. Patterson on the top, gets the 3 to go. Minnesota has shown up for the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Deep shot from Patterson, but the confidence to take that. I mean, these 2 guards are doing exactly what they need to do right now. They're shooting lights out, and they're getting great looks.
Golden tries the 3, can't get it to go. Garcia with the rebound. Minnesota can cut the lead even more. Mike Mitchell putting in work on the outside. Steps back, doesn't take the shot. Still working on Burnett. Swing all the way across to Garcia. Oda Kali inside. Patterson getting in. Oda Kali gets the lay to go. He is bullying these 2 7-footers right now. Oda Kali is showing no fear, and the Gophers are within 4, 41-45. The crowd really starting to get into it now. Burnett on the left wing, up top to Donaldson. Handoff with Donaldson. Gets inside, swings it to Golden. 3 Gophers, and Oda Kali tries to get the block, but they are going to call a foul. He got some hand there.
Oda Kali, I mean, this guy, he's doing it all for the Gophers right now, and but that play doesn't happen if it's not for Dawson. What the Gophers are doing is driving, kick, and then that opens up space for Oda Kali. He just gets into the lane and cuts.
And Oda Kali's the guy that the Michigan defense is leaving open as Golden misses the first free throw.
And that is wow.
It's the first free throw that Michigan has missed tonight. Now 5 for 6 from the line as a team. Minnesota's only been to the line 2 times today as he buries the 2nd. Back up to a 5-point lead here for the Wolverines. But how about Femi Odokali to start this half. I don't know what he heard at halftime.
Yeah, I don't know what
He
they're
is
feeding
pumped
them.
up.
I don't know what they're feeding that man. I mean, I honestly don't know, but he is playing exceptional right now.
Garcia on the left wing, working on Donaldson. Has the mismatch. They're going to call a foul here.
And I love how you can see Ben Johnson telling Patterson, move. Let him get into isolation in the post where Garcia operates at his best against an undersized Trey Donaldson. Great job by the Gophers and great job by Garcia to get in that position.
Yeah, and Garcia has an 8-inch advantage in that isolation, and that's exactly what you want. Mitchell looks like he stepped out of bounds. Or no, they're going to call an off-ball foul on Odokali.
No, it's on Parker Fox, a moving screen.
Parker Fox for a moving screen, trying to get that flare screen so Mike Mitchell could be open.
Yeah, just unlucky there, just unlucky. I mean, if I'm the Gophers, I'm going to keep pushing right now, keep bringing the game to them. I mean, they're getting good quality shots, and they're playing fast.
That's just the Gophers' third turnover of the game.
Tim, I wouldn't be surprised that if they're going back to this pick and roll here. I would not be surprised.
Wolf on the top, Frank Mitchell shading. Over to Donaldson, who buries it. He's up to 14 points on the game.
Yeah, and like I said, they switch it up so much. I mean, that time it was Namari Burnett and Danny Wolf setting the screen, and then slipping was Trey Donaldson with an open shot.
Frank Mitchell had the open layup, but couldn't get it to go. Gophers get an extra possession. Mike Mitchell in the corner, but can't get it to go. As the Wolverines are looking to go on a run here, 4 straight points for them as Donaldson is up by the top of the key. Swings over to Burnett. Wolf with the mismatch with Patterson. Backs into him. Looks like he's going to go to work. Odokali comes in to help. Burnett is wide open for 3. Doesn't go. Golden gets a tough rebound. Going to work on Frank Mitchell. Can't get the bucket to go. Michigan gets another offensive rebound. Looking like the New York Knicks out there from last season. Wolf feeds into Golden.
Oh.
Picked off by Patterson, and the Gophers get their 9th turnover. Patterson coming up the court. He's going to get fouled by Roddy Gale, who senses that the Gophers were going to get in transition, does not want them to get that shot off. And we have our first time out of the half. Gophers down by 8, but threatening here early in the second half. Michigan 49, Gophers 41. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back into Williams Arena. Tonight's surprisingly amazing matchup here between the Gophers and the 20-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Ahmed, what do you like here at the start of the second half?
You know, I like Minnesota's aggressiveness. I mean, I like how they're taking it to them, but I also like Michigan's poise. I like how Michigan is just playing their game. I mean, Minnesota needs to get some buckets on the floor here. They've had a scoring drought for about 2 minutes and 16 seconds here. It's not sustainable. They need to get some buckets, and they need to find a way to do it fast.
Yeah, Gophers trying to stop a 4-0 run here quick by the Wolverines after cutting the lead to 4. Odakali getting inside with the right, can't get the lay to go. Wolf's going to take the ball up the court. Swings over to Donaldson, deep three. Won't go. Patterson with the rebound right there in the corner.
And Cheddar wanted a foul there after getting pushed.
Mike Mitchell on the left wing here. Isaac Osama back in the game. Odakali trying to lob it up to Garcia. Gets swatted away by Gale.
He did that so fast.
It's going to remain Gopher ball, though. I'm lobbing it up to Dawson Garcia with a defender in front and behind. Not going to work.
It was as if he was playing hot potato and just, like, flicked it up right away. That was a really that was a cute pass, honestly.
Garcia trying to go to work on Wolf, but gets swallowed up. Odakali now with the ball. Dribbles out of, might have been out of bounds. It looks like they're going to call the foul instead. Gophers catch a quick break here. They're going to call the foul on number 11, Roddy Gale Jr. for the Wolverines, as he's going to get subbed out. Reuben Jones, number 15, back in the game for the Wolverines.
And that's a good feed from Patterson there. Even though it didn't lead to a bucket, Patterson, his playmaking has been improving a lot.
Odakali inbounds to Mitchell, gives to Garcia. Mitchell now on the top. Patterson on the left wing.
That pass was
going to
from
reset
Mitchell,
the offense with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Driving in on Cheddar, triple teamed. Garcia's going to have to put it up. Off the top of the backboard. Oh my goodness. Broken possession there for the Gophers. So they remain down by 8 here. Have not scored in the last 3:24. Luckily, the Wolverines also have not scored in the last 2:20 as the score remains 49-41.
Yeah, just not good offense from the Gophers. I mean, it's one thing to use up the shot clock, but it's one thing to use up to the point where you are chucking up shots and forcing bad shots.
Will Cheddar passes to Danny Wolf, gets double teamed. Odakali retreats. Wolf on Garcia here. Big man on big man. Wolf puts the move on, and Dawson Garcia draws the turnover. Danny Wolf is not ready for Dawson Garcia here tonight.
Dawson Garcia, and that's Michigan's 10th turnover of the game. I mean, Dawson Garcia has really just told them, you know, you can't come knocking. You're gonna find this big man here. I'm gonna show you what's up.
Patterson on the right wing as we approach 13 minutes remaining in this contest. Odakali on the left, back to Patterson. Working on Cheddar. Spin move, turns it over. Donaldson with the steal. Coming down the court, Wolf and Garcia. And one gets the lay with the left as Garcia was trying to run him down. It's just his 5th point. Danny Wolf. It looks like he wants vengeance out as Michigan extends the lead to 10.
And this is where Michigan is at their best, is driving at the rim with pace. Michigan, I mean, Trey Donaldson steals the ball. Who do you see right next to him? Danny Wolf running as fast as he can, which leads to these good transition buckets.
Danny Wolf misses the free throw off the back of the rim. Gophers need a score now. Almost 4 minutes since they've scored. Off-ball foul is going to be called. Looks like it's going to be on Donaldson. 12:39 to go here in the second half.
And that was Michigan's 8th point off a turnover.
Isaac Osama gets the inbound, working on the right wing. Will Cheddar guarding him. Drives inside. Swing pass to Dawson Garcia. Tries to get the reverse to go, but there is a foul. And he will go to the line for 2. Foul on Danny Wolf.
Yeah, that's a good cut from Garcia, recognizing that the defense is not paying attention to him. I mean, unlucky not to get a bucket there, but great cut by Garcia.
Yeah, the Gophers will try to end the scoring drought that is at 4 minutes and 39 seconds. They also have 3 turnovers in that time. Garcia makes the first. The Gophers finally have their 42nd point of the game. Vlad Golden will check in. Danny Wolf to the bench.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, Wolf having a good game out here in the second half. I mean, wow.
They want the big man back in. Garcia misses the second. And Michigan back on offense. Donaldson coming up the court. Gophers need a big stop here to try and gain some momentum back. Donaldson on the top of the key. Swings it over to Burnett. Gets inside. Blocked by Garcia. He said, no way, sir. Mike Mitchell around half court. Dawson Garcia on the left wing, working on Golden. Gets inside. Triple teamed. Fights off one. Fights off two. Puts up a shot. Otakali gets the rebound, though. Golden couldn't hang on. Patterson getting inside.
A lot of contact down low there.
Lots of contact down low. Looked like Golden got hit in the head as he is in a lot of pain down there on the side, but they're going to call the foul on him. It looks like Patterson will go to the line for 2. Patterson checking on him now. He is back up, but in a lot of pain. And we have a timeout here on the floor with 11:46 left. Minnesota 42, Michigan 51. You're listening to Radio K Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back in here to Williams Arena. So the Gophers are down by 9 here to the Wolverines, 42-51. As we come back here, Lakai Patterson will be at the line for 2.
Yeah, and that's a good way to get points on the board, especially not scoring any field goals in the last 5 minutes for Minnesota. It's important to get these points up.
Important to note here, the Gophers have not faltered on defense. In the past, that has hurt them when they give up these runs. They can't get field goals to fall. But they are still keeping it a 9-point game, exactly what it was at halftime. Both teams with just 3 points here out of the break.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, when you have good defense, it can lead to a lot of positive things, and that's what we're seeing for this Gopher side right now especially.
Kai Patterson now at the line. He sinks the first. You'll have an 8-point game here. Honestly, this is exactly where you want to be if you're the Gophers.
I mean, there's a lot of places they want to be, if we're being honest right now.
Patterson sinks the second, and we're now down to a 7-point game. And this is not what I had in the cards for tonight, folks. As there's 11:40 remaining. The Gophers are only down by 7. Golden working inside on Dawson Garcia. Takes a wild shot. What a defensive possession by Dawson Garcia yet again.
And
as the Gophers get the turnover.
He's just eating that matchup up. He is locking down one of the best players in the Big Ten right now, and he's making it look so easy.
Osma drives in, kicks back out to Mitchell, swing around to Patterson. Up top again to Mike Mitchell, working on Burnett. Tries to get the step back, can't. Swings it to Patterson, 6 on the shot clock, takes a 3, sinks it! Minnesota is within 4 yet again with 11 to go. Michigan's going to look to push the pace here. Donaldson on the left wing to Golden. Misses the dunk. He had a wide open dunk but saw Garcia and missed.
He saw Garcia. Garcia's presence lingering there. I mean, horrible miss from Vlad Golden. You have to finish that, especially after a big 3 from Patterson. What a shot. And confident.
Patterson with the 2, gets it to go over Will Cheddar. We have a 2-point game with 10.5 to go. Minnesota on a run.
And Patterson is cooking them up like a Thanksgiving dinner right now.
Minnesota gets another turnover. Mike Mitchell to Dawson Garcia. Gets the lay, and we are tied with 10:15. Michigan calls timeout. 51-51.
An 8-0 run to bring Minnesota back into this game. It's all Patterson, and it's all Dawson Garcia. What a turn of events here in Minneapolis.
We have a game, folks. 10:15 to go. 51-51. We'll be back after the timeout. This is Radio K Sports. Welcome back into Williams Arena, where we have a tie game between the Gophers and the Wolverines. Ranked 20 in the country, and the Gophers are up for the challenge tonight.
And defense is everything. Michigan only 1 field goal in their last 7 trips to the rim, and a scoring drought with with 2 minutes and 35 seconds haven't scored, and Minnesota takes advantage, goes 3 of 3 and goes on a 10-0 run. What a series of events for this Gopher side. I mean, to get back into this game in the manner that they did, we have a game. We have a game, Tim.
And earlier we were talking about the pace, and Minnesota has been able to pick up the pace and actually go on a 10-0 run, which is something you don't typically see out of the Gophers, especially not in the second half, and especially not against these Big Ten opponents so far this year.
No.
But here we are. Donaldson's going to bring it up the court for Michigan. The crowd is definitely in it now.
And there they go. They're looking for that mismatch again with Osama and Vlad Golden on the bottom there.
Burnett swings it over to the corner. Donaldson on the top. Swings it in for Wolf. They're going to call a foul on Osama, and Wolf's going to go to the line. It's the second foul on Isaac Osama tonight. But he has made his defensive presence known. His stats, not really all that impressive, 4 points and 1 assist, but his defensive presence is a stat that doesn't go on the sheet, but has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, it's a good game from Awesome. I mean, he's just making the right plays. He's doing the right thing. He's on the court, and he's making his impact seen.
Wolf sinks the first free throw, so Michigan retakes the lead.
But yeah, look for Michigan to attack a lot of mismatches here in the second half now. Get Wolf and Golden some easier buckets.
Second free throw is good, and Michigan takes a one-possession, 2-point lead. Let's see if Minnesota can continue their run. Mike Mitchell on the top. Odakali on the right wing. He's going to drive in on Cheddar. Goes inside to Garcia.
Great cut.
Gets it to go. We are tied again, 53-53. Michigan pushes the ball up the court quickly. Wolf over to Burnett. Loses the ball. It's going to stay with Michigan as Osama tried to dive on top of it, but it knocks it out of bounds. But that's the effort you like to see.
And that's the stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. It's great intensity from Osama. And I mean, when you drive, great things happen. Great cut from Dawson Garcia there just to give Minnesota this 53 tie game.
Donaldson on the right, swings it to Wolf, gets inside on Odakali, gives it to Cheddar. Tough bucket with the right. Will Cheddar, the Minnesota native, now up to 13 points on the night as Michigan retakes a 2-point lead. Patterson on the top, Mike Mitchell on the right wing. Gophers being pressed back, way behind the three-point line here. With 11 seconds left on the shot clock, Patterson is out by half court. He's going to work on Reuben Jones, getting inside. Corner three, Odakali can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by Danny Wolf, and it will stay Gopher basketball with 20 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, they're like, we'll live with that. They're basically telling the Gophers, hey, Patterson, you drive, we're going to put 2 on you. Odakali, we're testing you. You shoot. And, I mean, they're daring him to shoot. He has to hit those shots.
That was a heck of a box out by Dawson Garcia to force Wolf to tip it out of bounds as the inbound goes to Dawson Garcia, working on Danny Wolf. Puts his back into him, wants to get inside. Help comes, top of the key. Mike Mitchell, 3. Can't get it to go. Burnett with the rebound. Michigan's going to push the pace up here. Wolf on the left wing, guarded by Odakali. Odakali knocks it away, but it goes right to Michigan. Reuben Jones driving in on Patterson. Can't get the 2 to go, but Wolf gets the rebound and cleans up his mess. 4-point lead now again for Michigan.
Yeah, that's just good basketball from Michigan. I mean, good defense from Minnesota, but it's Wolf's, it's their size right there. That's what it comes down to.
Garcia working in on Wolf again, gets double teamed by Cheddar, swings it out to Patterson. Odakali in the middle of the court. Mike Mitchell driving in. Continues all the way down under the basket to the right side. Patterson on the top of the key, 4 to shoot. They're going to call a foul on Trey Donaldson. And we're going to have another stoppage to play with 7:47 left here. Gophers down by 4, 53-57 against the 20th ranked Michigan Wolverines. We'll be back after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Williams Arena as we have a close game here with 7:47 to play. And the Gophers are down by 4. It looks like Patterson will be going to the line here. Michigan is at 7 fouls, which means the Gophers will get a 1-and-1 here.
Yeah, and Tim, I'm impressed with Lakai Patterson and Mike Mitchell Jr. I mean, these two guards have taken this game by storm, and they've been aggressive, and they've been making the right plays.
And Lakai Patterson up to 12 points here with a chance to add to it with the 1-and-1. Misses the free throw, though. Danny Wolf with the rebound, and Michigan will take control of the ball. The Gophers been able to have the defense all night. They'll need some more right here. Danny Wolf on the left side. Back up top to Donaldson. Back over to Wolf. They're going to call an off-ball foul. Looks like on Osama here.
Yeah, he's just groping. He's just playing around with Cheddar there, just trying to hold him back, fighting there. I mean, it's good defense, but it's just not a foul that you want this late into the game, especially since it's his, I believe, his 3rd foul now of the game.
Yeah, Minnesota up to 6 fouls. Cheddar tries to take a 3, had some contact with Odakali. No foul called, though. Michigan gets it back.
Ooh.
I think that was Donaldson with a 3-point attempt there on the left wing. Did not get it to go. Minnesota fighting for the rebound, and it looks like they may have caught it out of bounds as the ref says Michigan ball.
And I mean, Minnesota are fortunate that their defense has been as good as it has been, because they haven't scored in about 2 minutes.
Wolf on the left side working on Garcia still.
And there it is again, just causing him trouble.
They're going to call a foul on Lakai Patterson as he tries to go around Danny Wolf. They say he got set, but
yeah, I mean, you just can't do that. I mean, it's that intensity and effort that you've loved to see as a Gopher fan, but you just can't run right through him. I mean, look, he just runs right through. I mean, nonetheless, Wolf does extend his leg a little bit, but his feet are set.
It takes a lot for someone who's 6'2" to bulldoze someone who's 7 feet tall.
What are you trying to say, Tim? What are you trying to say right now, huh?
The refs don't seem to care. Gale gets the free throw attempt, and the ball does not lie as he misses it.
I was about to say, I can hear the Gophers fans screaming, "Ball don't lie," after that one.
Gophers get the ball back, down by 4 here with just over 7 remaining. Patterson on the right wing, working down low, swings over to Mitchell. Can't get the 3 to fall. Mike Mitchell has had 2 open looks now in the last couple minutes. Hasn't been able to knock him down from 3.
Yeah, just unlucky. I mean, they're getting good open shots quick, and that's what's important. But what the Gophers need to do is go back to the Dawson Garcia at the post.
Danny Wolf inside. Might have been a travel, but they don't call it. Resets the possession, and Will Cheddar gets some more points on an easy lay. Cheddar up to 15, 6 from 9 shooting, and the lead is once again 6.
And what's key to note is that Michigan is doing all of this without Vlad Golden in the game, and I mean a 6-0 run here.
Will Cheddar has stepped in to his role tonight, normally averaging 6.5 points a game. Mike Mitchell finally gets the 3 to go from the left wing. That's the shot that he's been looking for here as of late, and it's a 3-point game yet again with just under 6 to play.
Important shot, especially in a moment like this with under 6 minutes to go. Big shot by Mike Mitchell.
Will Cheddar working on Isaac Osama. Kicks it out to Wolf, working on Garcia. Tries to put the moves on him. Takes a 2, gets it to go over Garcia. That's the first time you've really seen Wolf get into his bag and actually take one of those shots.
Dare I say it, Jokic-esque.
Jokic with good shooting form. Odakali dribbles it up the court and calls timeout. Gophers down by 5 here with 5:31 left in the game. Definitely still in this game as they'll have the ball out of the timeout. You're listening to Radio K Sports. Welcome back to Williams Arena as we have a 5-point game here in Minneapolis. Gophers with the ball. Isaac Osama on the top of the key here.
And there we go. There they are. Garcia at that post now.
He's on Burnett, though. Has a bit of a mismatch. Burnett a little smaller. Loses the ball for a second. Gets a foul called as Vlad Golden is back in, but I think they're going to call it on Burnett, and that's going to be his third foul.
Admirable defense from Burnett, but better offense from Dawson Garcia. When he's in the post down low, that is where Garcia is at his best, making plays, creating space for teammates.
And this is exactly what I wanted to see out of Dawson Garcia, not being scared to go inside as he takes his first free throw and makes it. 4-point game now, 57-61. But Dawson Garcia, I mean, he sees the mismatch. Even though he knows Golden's waiting for him under the basket, he is unafraid, and unaltered, and is just ready to go inside, which you love to see.
And there we go, Golden back into the game, and instantly with that, Frank Mitchell subs right in.
Garcia makes the second, and we have a 3-point game once again, one possession, 5:13 and counting left. Donaldson takes it up the court, gives it to Burnett. Golden in free lane. Oh, in and out on the layup. Gophers get the basketball on the rebound. Dawson Garcia with a head full of steam coming up the court. Frank Mitchell loses the ball but gets it back. It's going to be a long two for Mike Mitchell. In and out. Oh, and Frank Mitchell with the, and it finally goes in. Mike Mitchell missed the original shot. Frank Mitchell tried to get the tip to go in, couldn't get it to go, but Dawson Garcia goes in, cleans it up, and he is wanting everyone to stand up. Everyone in this arena is up on their feet and making noise as we have a 1-point game once again. Gale misses the layup, and the Gophers get another turnover here.
And this Gopher crowd is losing it right now.
Patterson inside, working on Golden. He's going to want to get off of that. Gets inside on the slower man and gets it to go. Gophers take their first lead of the game, 62-61. Just over 4 minutes left. Michigan's going to call timeout. 4:05 to go. Minnesota with a chance to upset number 20, Michigan. We'll be back right after this quick break. 4:05 remaining. This is Radio K Sports. Welcome back into Williams Arena as we have quite a shock here. The Gophers are up by 1 on the Michigan Wolverines with 4:05 to go.
And the Gophers, I mean, going on a 6-0 run, but what's key to note, Tim, this half, Minnesota shooting a little over 47% from the field, and Michigan shooting at 40% from the field this half. Minnesota has really turned this game around.
Danny Wolf set to inbound.
Big game from Mike Mitchell. Good big player, big moments. They rise to the occasion.
Mike Mitchell with 15 points, Dawson Garcia with 18 as Gale is on the left side working on Patterson. Trips and throws the ball away.
And you see Lakai Patterson there, daps up Frank Mitchell and is hyped. He's excited. This crowd is in it.
Lakai Patterson playing some excellent defense on guys much bigger than him today. That's exactly what you wanted to see out of him, the transfer.
Lakai Patterson only 6'2", but guarding like somebody who's 6'5" or 6'6".
As the kids say, he's got the aura of someone who's 7 feet tall. Dawson Garcia at the top of the key now working on Wolf.
That's what I tell myself
Puts
at
the moves
home.
on him, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Frank Mitchell offensive rebound off of Burnett. Amari Burnett could not bring down the rebound, throws it off his own leg, and it'll stay Gopher ball here.
And Frank Mitchell, 5 offensive rebounds. I mean, he has been a demon on the offensive board for the Gophers.
Boxing out Golden, the 7'1" big man. Mike Mitchell catches the inbound, goes for 2, gets it to go over Burnett. The Gophers take a 3-point lead here with 3:26 and counting left. Michigan needs a big bucket here. The Gophers are on a roll.
Mean bucket from Mitchell. What a tough shot. Hand in his face, fading away.
Gophers with an 8-0 run here. Michigan hasn't scored in over 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Donaldson at the top. Wolf for 3. Gets it to go, and Michigan with the answer. Tie game with 3 minutes remaining.
What a response by Michigan, just to quiet down this Gopher side. Danny Wolf, huge shot, doing it where he does it best.
Frank Mitchell at the top of the key, guarded by Golden. Hands off to Patterson, who's going to go inside, working on Golden. Throws it out to Odakali. Top to Dawson Garcia is going to drive inside. Tries to get a shot. Knocked away, looks like by number 11 in there, Roddy Gale, and he is grabbing his shoulder and running around the court. Looking injured. They're going to sub him off. Going to bring back in Ruben Jones.
Yeah, I just don't know what I like about. I don't know if I like that decision making from Garcia there. I mean, you have 4 players in the paint when you're driving. I just don't know how to feel about that.
Odakali to inbound to Frank Mitchell here with 7 on the shot clock. Does he know that? 4 to go. Dawson Garcia on top, working on Wolf. He's going to have to put it up. Gets inside. Gets it to go. Dawson Garcia. What a play. He's up to 20 points.
Calm, cool, and collected from Dawson Garcia. What a tough make. What decision making from him. Great bucket, and this Gophers side has erupted.
Golden gets inside, working on the smaller Lakai Patterson, and they're going to call a blocking foul on him, and he'll go to the line. Doesn't get the bucket to go, though, so it'll be 2 free throws with a chance to tie here for Vlad Golden.
I mean, Vlad Golden, I mean, that's he's unlucky not to finish that there, but I mean, this Michigan side, every time Minnesota gets into this game, they're doing a good job of just staying calm and telling them like, hey, we've been here, we know what we're doing, this isn't going to rattle us.
Golden makes the first. The crowd definitely getting into it, trying to distract Golden, but he is unfazed, makes the first free throw.
And Tim, we saw the same thing against UCLA. Same thing, same case. I don't think this Michigan side will be rattled, but Minnesota needs to keep up the momentum.
Makes the second, and we have a tie game here with 2:13 remaining. The Gophers still in it, still fired up. Ben Johnson's going to use a timeout and talk about it with 2:09 remaining. So we have a tie game, 66-66. Minnesota and Michigan tied in one great Big Ten defensive battle. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back inside Williams Arena as we have a tie game here between the Gophers and the Wolverines. Dawson Garcia now has a double-double with 20 points and 11 rebounds as he will get the ball here. Swings it over to Patterson.
Minnesota needs to keep up this momentum. I mean, four field goals made in their last 5 trips to the rim. They need to keep this pressure.
Patterson drives inside. Kicks it out to Dawson Garcia for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Refs are going to signal Minnesota ball as it's tipped around. Trying to get the rebound was Burnett and Odakali. And it looks like they're going to take it to a review here. We do not have eyes on it inside the arena. Otherwise, I would tell you what I see, but I cannot.
Yeah. I mean, the most important thing to me is just Frank Mitchell is the ultimate, like, A factor for this team. I mean, he is making plays that are unseen right now. Like, he is putting pressure on these 2 huge guys.
Based on the angle they're showing, it's on the Jumbotron, and we're in the top, so I can't really see it, but it indicates it looks like it's off Michigan, but that might be my biased opinion.
Yeah, I can't really tell from here. I mean, I think it could go either way, though. I mean, but this, I mean, you know, Tim, it's insane to me that you have 2 7-footers under the rim, and Frank Mitchell, who is 6'8" compared to them, I'd say undersized, but he's so big. He's the ultimate D factor. He's putting in plays. He's making their life so difficult right now.
Yeah, and what's just making it so much better, with Gophers shooting 43.5% overall and 24% from 3, this offensive rebounds that he's been bringing down. He has no defensive rebounds, but has 5 offensive rebounds that have been just so amazing. That's 5 extra possessions for the Gophers that they've been able to have.
Exactly, and I mean, Minnesota has forced 12 turnovers over Michigan, and in the first half they only scored 2. This half they've scored 8 points off of turnovers. The Gophers understood that we need to score off turnovers, and they've done exactly that.
The results of the review is that the call stands, so it will be Gopher ball. Odakali to inbound here.
And don't be surprised if they go to a post up with Garcia here.
Gets it into Frank Mitchell just in the nick of time. 1:43 and counting remaining. 14 on the shot clock here for the Gophers as Patterson dribbles around to the left wing. He's going to give it to Garcia, who's going to go to work on Wolf. Gets inside. Can't get the bucket to fall.
Unlucky there, Garcia, but that's exactly what you want out of your star player there.
It was a good move. He got Wolf. Just couldn't get it to go. Too much juice off the back of the rim, off the glass. Wolf now driving in on Garcia himself. Passes it into Burnett, who gets it to go. Michigan up by 2, 68-66.
Great cut and great pass from Danny Wolf. I mean, you can talk about this guy's passing all day, but what a pass.
Frank Mitchell dribble handoff to Makai Patterson over to Garcia on the left. He's going to go to work on Wolf again. No, he won't. Swings it to Patterson. Top, takes a 3. Gets it to go! Makai Patterson is feeling it tonight, folks. He's up to 17 points. Looks like Garcia got knocked over trying to get the rebound that he didn't have to get.
And are they knocking off the bucket here, or is it standing? I think the refs are talking about whether or not they're going to keep the bucket on the floor.
I didn't see what happened here.
Under review.
They're going to review it yet again. What it looked like was that Garcia was on the outside toward the right wing, tried to get inside to try and grab that rebound, and in some way, shape, or form, he ended up on the ground as well as Burnett going at it.
Yeah, so what happened is they're running for the ball, and it looks like Garcia just runs into Burnett, and they just fall over each other while he's trying to get into position to box out. But, I mean, if this doesn't stand, that's going to be a big pain for the Gophers. I mean, 50 seconds remaining for Makai Patterson to just step up into that shot. I mean, he's 3 for 4 from the field tonight from three-point range.
From what I just saw, it looked like Garcia and Burnett were walking like offensive linemen on a football team. Burnett pushes Garcia over onto the floor. I can't imagine that would be a foul on Dawson Garcia from the way that we just saw it.
It depends if it was before or after the shot, though.
But it
was
looked like
after
it
the
was
shot.
after the shot. As it stands, the Gophers have a one. It was definitely after the
After
shot.
the shot,
But
yeah.
as it stands, the Gophers have a 1-point lead, 69-68, with 50 seconds left. We'll see if they add a tech or what they will do here.
Yeah, I don't see this bucket being called off. Happens after the play, and it is against Michigan. I'm interested to see what the refs will do here.
Here comes the announcement from the refs as they had an intense discussion between the three of them with the screen. Nothing as of yet. It looks like the bucket is just going to stand as called here.
Yeah. Oh.
The ref giving the explanation to Ben Johnson. I think the Gophers. Who's this whose? Who's this whose? Shoot, dude. Hold on.
Get that?
This is mine. Sorry about that technical delay, folks. Michigan gets down. 40.3 seconds left now. Vlad Golden is going to be at the line as he tried to drive inside, and they're going to call the foul
On Dawson Garcia.
on Garcia. Just his second foul of this game. The fans still very irate about that no-call technical where Garcia got driven to the ground. I mean, you would expect that there'd be at least something called on that because that was absolutely ridiculous. If you take a look at this replay, oh my goodness.
Oh.
They tried to feed the ball into
Oh, and he just takes a
Vlad,
nut shot.
and there was a collision between Otakali and Golden, and they're going to call the foul on Minnesota and send him to the line. He looked like he got nut tapped there. That's going to hurt.
Tim, I can speak for every guy in the stadium right now. We feel that. We feel that. I mean, Golden's a better man than me getting up now, stepping. That is not a place you want to be in. I mean, oh my goodness.
With that foul, the Gophers have 9 fouls, so it will still be a 1-and-1. Golden looking cool as a cucumber. The few students that are here, about half full in that student section, are going bananas here. He misses the free throw. They're going to give Minnesota the ball as Garcia and Jones were fighting for that ball. They're going to call it off. Reuben Jones, Minnesota basketball, 35.9 seconds to go and a 1-point lead. And that could not have gone any better for the Gophers.
Yeah, huge miss from from the Russian. I mean, you need to make those. You need to knock down those free throws, especially in a crucial part of the game like this.
And once again, they're going to review this. That is the third review in less than a minute. Michigan using yet another challenge after that successful one last time.
I mean, Tim, I don't even review this many emails before I send them out. I'm telling you this right now. I don't review this much. I mean,
once again, from the angle we have, Reuben Jones looks like he was the one who touched it last for the Wolverines. He certainly walked away like he wasn't complaining about it at all. So I would have to figure this call would stand, and they're just using this as another timeout.
yeah, I'd assume so. I mean, it's just hard to say. But, I mean, Tim, what are we expecting to see from Michigan here with 39 seconds left?
Well, what you would expect to see on the defensive side is just trying to get somebody out there to try and stop Dawson Garcia. I mean, you have to let something go. But do you let up the 3 or do you let Garcia go? It'll definitely be interesting. The 3 would definitely not be ideal for them. That would put them down by 2 possessions.
And if you're Minnesota, do you go for the 3-point shot or do you keep it simple?
I don't know what Ben Johnson's going to draw up here. If it's open, I don't see why you don't take it. But if you can get an easy 2, you also have to take that. So at worst, it gets sent to overtime.
Yeah.
Otakali inbounds it to Asama.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. It's going to be Michigan basketball as he got trapped in the corner by 2 Wolverines, tried to get it out, and there's a hoop in the way there, and that is just not what the Gophers could afford there. 36.1 left. It's going to be Michigan ball, and the Gophers aren't going to get any points.
That's how you defend an inbound pass right there. That's exactly
how you run an inbound
That's
pass.
not how you run it, and that's how you defend it. Poor from Minnesota. I mean, Asuma just gets stuck in a horrible position. Asuma just gets stuck in a horrible position there. I mean,
all 9 guys were on the side of the court of Michigan's basket.
And there's that
but
pick and
still,
roll.
Danny Wolf gets free, gets the 3 to go. Michigan goes up by 2 with 28.9 left. And Minnesota's going to use a timeout.
Cash money, and it's that big man pick and roll right there. You overcommit to Golden. You leave Wolf open where he's dangerous from 3.
Yeah, fools Dawson Garcia there, thinking he's going to drive inside and takes the ball back, drills a crucial 3. Danny Wolf now up to 19 points, 7 for 9 from the field, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. And most of that, 16 points of it, is coming in the second half. And it's all going to come down to this possession. The Gophers can take it down all the way if they desire, as long as they can get the inbound in this time.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota, just a horrible turn of events there. I mean, you have a 1-point lead with under 40 seconds to go, and you turn the ball over on an inbounds. It's just not the best, but Michigan capitalize on it. It's that big men pick and roll. Golden and Wolf, when they do it, they're asking players to overcommit to Golden, which will leave these 2 phenomenal shooters open. I mean, Wolf just capitalizes on it immediately. And I think the Gophers are now in a position where they could leave it down to the clock, and I think their best option is just try to get a bucket fast. Don't take all the time off. Don't force a shot. Find the shot and try to hit the shot and rely on Frank Mitchell to get an offensive board if it doesn't fall down.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Gophers go for. This is reminiscent of the Wisconsin game that we had here last year, where we took them on when they were ranked number 6. The Gophers were up by 3 very late in the game. Wisconsin came back, went up by 1, and Mike Mitchell went down, almost got the game-winning bucket to go. But they used the whole shot clock then, too, so I would expect Ben Johnson to do the same. As they inbound to Otakali, he's going to be the one who has the ball here. Gophers taking their time. It looks like they are going to take it all the way down. Be interesting to see if they try to get the 2 or try to get the 3. 14 seconds remaining. Otakali is still up on the top of the court. The Gophers have not really moved. Garcia now gets the ball. He's going to drive inside. He wants the 2. Gets stripped. They're going to call a foul on Donaldson, though.
Good foul from Donaldson. I mean, and a good take from Garcia. Gets the open lane and drives and is aggressive.
7.4 to go. That's going to put Garcia at the line, which is exactly not what I wanted to see from the Gophers. The Gophers in their overtime loss, or double overtime loss, excuse me, to Ohio State were 12 of 27 from the free throw line. Garcia is not a great free throw shooter. Makes the first. Boy, I'm holding my breath up here for these. 7.4 remaining. The Gophers can get an offensive rebound. They bring Golden in, so they have Wolf and Golden down there, 2 7-footers ready to try and get that rebound. See if Garcia can make the second. It's up, and it's good. We have a tie game, and Michigan's going to use their final timeout with 7.4 to go, and they will have the opportunity to draw up a play and try to get a game winner.
Tough buckets from a cool man. Garcia makes it look effortless. I mean, what a player. And Michigan, they've made 3 of their last 3 they made 3 field goals in their last 3 trips to the rim. And I think they're going to go back to that pick and roll between Golden and Wolf.
Yes, but how about Dawson Garcia? Over the years, we've seen him, his 3 years here, really struggle in the clutch moments, not really want the ball, not want to drive in, but he drives in inside, gets the foul called, the 1-and-1. Michigan was still at 9 fouls and makes both free throws. How about that man?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota go big here. I mean, important moment. They need to get a stop. This is a big win to get their first conference win as well. There's a lot on the line for Minnesota right now. And for Michigan, unbeaten in conference play, they're gonna look to end this game right now. And I would not be surprised if they go back to the pick and roll.
7.4 seconds decide overtime or a Michigan win most likely. Michigan with the timeout advances the ball, so they will have an inbound on the left side ready for them to try and get this final shot off.
And Minnesota bring in Parker Fox back.
But they will not advance the ball. My apologies on that one. They have to go to full court in these 7 seconds. Odakali and Patterson are going to guard the inbound here. They're going to get it into Donaldson. 6-5 up the court. Gets inside, chucks up a floater. No good. And we are going to overtime. Minnesota, Michigan, 5 extra minutes. We'll be back for the start of overtime. Welcome back to Williams Arena as we have extra basketball here. 5 minutes of overtime will decide this contest here between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the number 20 ranked Michigan Wolverines.
What a game. And Tim, before this game, I told you this was going to be a dogfight. I said the key to the game was going to be Minnesota playing consistent and fast offense, which they have done tonight. And they have shot 44% from the field tonight and held Michigan to 44% as well.
Golden wins the tip to start overtime. The Michigan Wolverines will start with the ball. Golden inside on Mitchell. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Patterson.
God, and there it is again. I mean, these Minnesota centers and forwards are just making life difficult for these big Goliaths on Michigan.
Patterson with the ball, getting inside on Gale, gives it to Garcia, tries a layup, can't get it to go. Frank Mitchell with another offensive rebound. Mike Mitchell for 3, bang! Minnesota takes a 3-point lead to start overtime as we have 4:17 and counting remaining.
Mitchell to Mitchell Jr., oh my God. What a shot by Mike Mitchell. Frank Mitchell gets the offensive board.
Golden with the easy feed from Danny Wolf, gets a slam dunk. 1-point game here. Gophers lead 74-73. Patterson's going to dribble it up the court now. Working on Donaldson. Over to Frank Mitchell. Odakali. Back to Patterson on top of the key. Working inside. 12 left on the shot clock. He's going to try and put the moves on Donaldson. Gets inside. Gets the 2 to go. What a tough bucket from Lakai Patterson.
Lakai Patterson dancing out there, shimmying and dancing till he finds his way into the bucket. Oh, what a pivot from him.
Wolf on, wow. Golden gets the feed again from Wolf. That Michigan offense is just working right now.
And that's another mean slam from the Russian man. What What? 2 slams in a row from Golden. He's making his presence known now in the big moments.
It was on almost the same play, just a feed in but from Wolf by the elbow on the left side. And just a slam home. Frank Mitchell could not get there. Patterson with the ball, gives it to Odakali, back to Patterson, up on top of the key. He wants to get inside again. Now on Golden, takes the 2, can't get it to go. That was not the shot you want there.
No, but
he's
been
over
hitting
the 7'1" guy.
Yeah, that's not the shot you want, but he's been hitting those, and when you're hot, you're hot.
I love the confidence, though, so I'm not mad that he took that shot. Michigan throws it away. Minnesota gets their 12th turnover of the game in a crucial spot here with 2:42 left.
In Minnesota, just fortunate that Michigan just couldn't capitalize on that big moment right there. Unlucky from Michigan. In Minnesota, now it looks like Garcia is going to come in for a screen.
Patterson working on Donaldson way on the outside. Garcia with the screen, give it to Garcia, fakes the 3, pumps in, floater, good! Over Golden. Dawson Garcia attacking the rim, gets it to go. 2:18 left. Minnesota leads by 3, 78-75. Danny Wolf now working on Garcia towards the top of the key on the right side. Hits him with the move. Garcia gets it to, bats it away, but they're going to call a foul.
Garcia and Wolf. I mean, I am loving this matchup. Dawson Garcia with 24 points and Danny Wolf with 19 points. These two are giving each other the work right now.
Danny Wolf's going to go to the line for 2 shots here.
And Garcia has done that move a couple times now where he pump fakes and then drives in, and Wolf has bid on it every single time.
Wolf makes the first here. Yeah, Wolf getting inside on that move on Garcia. Goes, hits the hesitation with the second effort. I thought Garcia was going to get that strip, but he hits some arm.
Yeah, just unlucky, but it's great from Wolf. I mean, this is a player who knows what he's doing. He's so shifty for at 7 feet tall. The way he moves with the ball is just so impressive.
Danny Wolf hits the second free throw as there's 2:06 and counting remaining in overtime. The Gophers with a 78-77 advantage. Odakali dribbling around.
And there it is again. Garcia wants to attack Wolf.
Garcia on Wolf. Golden waiting inside. Pulls up. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Frank Mitchell almost gets it, and it's going to stay Michigan ball. Gale tried to get that. Hit the floor hard as he tried to find somebody on his team to pass it to, but was holding on to it as he fell down.
And that is Frank Mitchell and Odakale. They're fighting for these boards like their lives are on the line.
They have the height disadvantage and yet are looking like they don't. Get the inbound in to Frank Mitchell. Mike Mitchell with the ball. Sorry, Patterson with the ball. Garcia on top. Patterson for 3. Oh, in and out. Cannot get it to go. Michigan takes the ball up the court with 1:30 remaining. Danny Wolf working on Garcia, gets the move, gets inside, swings it over to Gale. Up to Donaldson. Donaldson over to Wolf. Wolf on Garcia, top of the key. Screen comes in for Burnett, gives it to Burnett down low. They're going to call the foul on Frank Mitchell as he tried to jump and block it, and Burnett did not shoot yet, so they're going to call that every time. Burnett will be going to the line with 1:13 remaining to try and take the lead here.
Good defense from Minnesota, but an even better cut from Burnett. I mean, just to recognize the space behind and to put himself in that position, that's great.
Nimari Burnett with the biggest free throws of the season probably for him. First one is up and good. We have a tie game, 78-78. Staying cool and composed.
Yeah, big free throw here for him.
Second free throw is up. In and out. Garcia with the rebound. We have a tie game. Patterson's going to take it up, take his time. Now this is the crucial possession here for the Gophers as Ben Johnson calls a timeout and wants to talk about it. 21 left on the shot clock, 1:05 left on the game clock. 78-78. Could you have drawn it up any better, Ahmed?
No, and I also don't draw, so I don't think I could have.
We will be right back after this timeout break. Minnesota and Michigan deadlocked in overtime. Welcome back into Williams Arena for this thriller of a game that we were not expecting, but we have 78-78, 105 left.
Yeah,
Minnesota with the ball, 21 left on the shot clock here. Odakali is going to be here to inbound.
Back and forth game here, and every player is just engaged and locked into here now.
Dawson Garcia to Odakali. Lakai Patterson gets the ball, works inside, working on Gale. Tough move, turnaround bucket, gets it to go! Lakai Patterson is in his bag tonight. 46-45 left on the game clock. Danny Wolf has the ball, working inside, and there's a fight for it. Michigan gets it back. 14 left on the shot clock. Donaldson coming inside, gets the floater, can't get it to go. Michigan gets the rebound though, 27 left. Michigan's going to call a timeout after that. 2 lucky offensive rebounds for Michigan.
Yeah, I mean,
Dawson Garcia almost got the strip on Danny Wolf, but it went right back outside to Namari Burnett, and Michigan retains possession. 18 on the shot clock, 26 and a half on the game clock.
Lakai Patterson, big moments. And if the question is, will you rise to the occasion? And yes, he has. 21 points, 8 for 13. What a player, and 3 for 5 from three-point range. Lakai Patterson has been the ultimate X factor here for Minnesota, and he has changed this game. Completely changed this game. The way he operates in the paint, the way he's so versatile in his shot selection tonight has been impeccable.
And this is exactly what Ben Johnson was looking for out of him when he got him to transfer here.
And Mike Mitchell Jr. not too far behind with 20 points. I mean, I told you these guards had to step up to the game, Tim, and they have. It's been a shooting clinic from them. And Michigan Michigan, they need to get a bucket, and they need to get a bucket fast. They're the fastest offense that we've seen in a while.
Wolf set to inbound, getting close to 5 seconds, throws it in. Burnett's going to have it. Back to Wolf. Crucial possession here for the Wolverines.
And there's that
working
pick and
inside,
roll.
Tries to get it to inside to Golden. They're going to call it off Garcia as he tried to cut it off.
And Tim, there's that pick and roll once again. This time 2 screen setters. Wolf rolls off of Golden, and then Golden has an open lane. Oh!
And it looks like they called a foul, a reach-in foul on Garcia. I can see why the crowd is upset.
Yeah, that's a
as he reaches
call.
reaches in front to try and grab the ball. I do not agree with the call at all, but once again, I may be a little biased as Golden makes the first free throw, but that is a crucial call here.
Yeah, it's a questionable call. I mean, Garcia makes a little contact, but it's if he gets the ball first.
Golden makes the first free throw, 79-80 as the second one's up, and no good. Can Minnesota get the rebound? They can. 18 seconds to go. Patterson with the rebound, and he will have free throws as the Minnesota team is hyping up the crowd.
Yeah, and you don't see a miss like that from a player of Vlad Golden's caliber. I mean, horrible, huge miss for Golden. I mean, he's been held to shooting 5 for 15 on the night. Just great job defensively from Minnesota, but free throws in the clutch, you need to hit those if you're Golden.
And now the game is going to come down, since the Gophers are up by 1, 2 free throws. Minnesota's kryptonite here as of this season.
Yeah, and I mean, you need to hit both of these if you're Minnesota. You need to make this a 3-point game and make it a harder shot for Michigan.
Lakai Patterson is the guy at the line, who's exactly who I would want at the line. As the first one is up and good. He has that clutch gene in him today as he's up to 22 points.
Listen, we talk about system players, Tim. We talk about players on the court and what their roles are. But when you have a player like Lakai Patterson, we call those hoopers.
He misses the second, and Michigan's going to get the rebound. 15 seconds to go. They're going to have a chance to tie it here. Wolf working on Garcia, getting inside. He wants the two, and he's going to get it. 7 seconds remain. Minnesota has a chance to win it. Lakai Patterson, 3, 2, 1. He's not going to get the... Oh, Garcia gets it up.
Oh!
Oh, it's good! It's good! From the logo! Dawson Garcia gives Minnesota the upset. The Gophers have beaten the Wolverines and get their first ranked win in a long time.
Garcia from the halfway line.
The students flood the court. I thought he wasn't going to have enough time to shoot it, and he gets it to go. 84-81, Minnesota wins.
And the fans are storming the court. Garcia, cold-blooded, with seconds winding down, hits that shot from the halfway line. What a performance from Dawson Garcia. 27 points and a game-winning buzzer beater. Oh my goodness. Have you seen anything like that, Tim?
I have never seen anything like that live. Holy moly, my voice is shot, but I don't care.
What a shot. What a player. What a game. Dawson Garcia, Blake players rise to the big occasion, and the Gophers are flying with their first win in the conference.
Minnesota now 1-6. Holy moly, I just saw the replay. Ice cold from Dawson Garcia.
And look at the way he takes his shot. He says, I'm him. You know how he's feeling in that moment. And what a statement win. What an upset for the Gophers here in Minneapolis.
And you feel like that's a win that this program needed. Coming in this year, 8-9, winless in the conference. You need a win. You need a big, program-defining win. And Dawson Garcia, the man who came from Marquette, North Carolina 3 years ago, been here the whole time through up and down, through thick and thin, gets the biggest play of his career to go, and the Gophers come out on top. We'll be back in just a moment for the post-game show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after this absolutely stunning win for the Minnesota Golden Gophers as they improved to 9-9 on the season, 1-6 in the Big Ten. Michigan, number 20, falls to 13-4 and 5-1 in Big Ten play. Ahmed, what just happened?
You know what happened was Minnesota shot a little over 48% from the field, and they made a statement tonight. They made a statement. I mean, this Minnesota team stood there and they stood on business. They did everything they were expected to do, they did. And Michigan came into their home court, and they were shown a game. Minnesota just unbelievable. It's crazy how they turned that around, but this is a team that fought till the end, and sometimes to win a game, you need a moment of magic. And 27 points for Dawson Garcia. I mean, we've talked about him a lot. We've asked, can he step up to these moments? Is this the player he is? And tonight, he stepped up to the moment. And with a little more cherry on top of it, with a buzzer beater 3 at home in front of the home crowd. What a win and statement from him and this team.
And just, I think that is the most characteristic game that I have wanted to see from Dawson Garcia his entire career he's been here at Minnesota. I've been watching, I've seen him not really step up to the occasion, get bullied by other big men in the Big Ten, but tonight he showed no fear and just bulldozed the Michigan defense.
Tim, he's my player of the game is Dawson Garcia. Who's your player of the game?
I'm going to go with a tie here. I'm going to go with a tie because Lakai Patterson, we have to give him his flowers here tonight with 22 points, 8 for 13 from the field, 3 for 5 from both three-point and the free throw line, and 6 rebounds. He played one of the best games I've ever seen him play as well. But Dawson Garcia, I think the most clutch moment that I think I knew that shot was going to go in because of his free throws at the end of regulation. Dawson Garcia down by 2, goes to the line, probably the last person that you'd want from the Gophers at the line to hit 2 clutch free throws, but he hits them both, proves me wrong, proves everybody wrong, and Minnesota wins.
And yeah, I mean, but one thing that I think was what I was seeing from this team is the role players, is how players stepped into their own this game and approached it. I mean, that loss against Maryland was tough. The games they've had have been rough, in the conference especially. And the players I'm mostly really impressed with, Parker Fox, who had 0 points, but defensively, this team stood up. I mean, Dawson Garcia, Parker Fox, Oda Kale, and Frank Mitchell. I mean, these guys stepped up defensively in a way that I haven't seen. Even Lakai Patterson, defensively, getting steals, forcing 13 turnovers on Michigan and getting 13 points off of those turnovers. An impressive showing from this Minnesota side defensively, showing we may be undersized and you guys may be dogs, but we're gonna fight to the challenge, because Vlad Golden and Dylan Wolf, they're not, or Danny Wolf, they're not jokes of play. These are 2 7-footers, and they made a statement. Not a good night for them either, but I mean, not a good night for Golden, and in that second half especially. But Danny Wolf got it going there in the second half. But when both aren't firing, it's tough for this team.
Some of the stats that I want to look at and highlight here. Michigan shot 28 for 62 from the field, 11 for 22 from 3. And when you see those numbers, you would think that they would have the win. But Minnesota put up 73 shots. They put up 11 more shots than the Wolverines, stole possessions. Michigan had 13 turnovers. I mean, like you said, the defensive effort, I have never seen anything like that out of the Gophers. Lakai Patterson, Isaac Osama, Femi Odakali, just starting out in the first half, just absolutely fired up. I don't know what Ben Johnson said pregame, but it fired them up.
True, and I mean, offensive boards. Offensive board. Michigan and Minnesota had the same amount of offensive boards, but so crucial. And I mean, I'm just looking at the stat sheet, and I'm in awe of what this team had done tonight. And I mean, Oda Kale, I mean, only 7 points, but 7 assists and 5 rebounds.
And like I said during the game, defensive presence is not a stat, but if there was one, which I'm sure there is, but there's not one we have on this website, Femi Odakali would be top whatever in the nation from this game. Like, that was insane. I can't wait to go back and look at that putback slam he had at the beginning of the second half, which I think set the tone for the Gophers early, as well as being able to get those stops when Michigan went on that little 6-0 run where the Gophers couldn't score for almost 5 minutes, but they were able to do damage control, went down by 10, went on that 10-0 run, and just stayed with Michigan the whole way. Even though they gave up those clutch shots at the end, they were able to pull through.
Yeah, and my final point here, Tim, would be that for Michigan, what Dusty May said tonight, he said that he wanted his team to not underestimate this. One of my keys was that you should not underestimate this Minnesota team. And May said that his teams need defense and rebounding to travel on the road, and that's just, it's something we saw but we didn't see enough of, and that's where it hurt them. When Golden and Wolf having completely opposite halves, it's just a tough night for them, and I think they're going to bounce back. But their first conference win, even like not playing at their best, yet they still managed to take it to overtime and lost on a buzzer beater. It's impressive from Michigan. It is. And I expect them to bounce back instantly from this. And Minnesota, though, just hands need to be applauded. The defense was great. The offense was great. Lakai Patterson and Mike Mitchell showed up, scoring over 20 points. Dawson Garcia. I mean, these three players were just so crucial tonight. And the way to end that game, ice cold from Garcia, was amazing. And Minnesota needs to build off this momentum now.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for us tonight. I'll be back on the call for men's hockey the next 2 days against Notre Dame. But for basketball, we'll be back next Saturday, January 25th, against another ranked team, Oregon. We'll be here at 3 p.m. I'm Tim Serb.
I'm Ahmed Hassan.
And that's all from Radio K Sports today.